Hello Disney Infinity trainers, welcome back to another episode of my Let's Build a Toy Box series here on Disney Infinity 3.0. And so in today's episode, we have something a little different. Sorry, just making sure the mic's working well. We're using a 2.0 character. This is the first non-3.0 character we've used in the series so far. And there are a couple of reasons why I decided to do this. Actually, a few reasons. One, I like to add some variation so that I'm not only using the new characters in the series. I definitely want the old characters to get some love as well. And it's worth noting I actually have like every single character that's been released up until this point. 1.0, 2.0, and 3.0. The only one I'm missing is Kanan Jarrus and Han Solo, as well as, you know, Hulkbuster, Ultron, etc. Other than all those, I have literally every character, so that's the first reason I want to kind of change it up from here and there. The second reason is that Baymax can fly, and so it'll allow me to kind of get around faster since we're building a new area here. And lastly, we're building Tomorrowland, and Baymax is a robot, so I thought it was fitting that Baymax, a very technologically adept character, can help us build Tomorrowland. And Baymax is just so awesome. He's really become one of my favorite characters in Disney Infinity, just because he's really cool, and if you've seen Big Hero 6, he's definitely awesome as well. Anyways, that's all besides the point. Aside from that minute-long intro, let's go ahead and get right into it. So, this is kind of funny. I actually didn't get around to developing this area a little more like I said I would. Whoops, sorry about that. However, in the following episode, I definitely will have that all done. So, this park area will look a lot more like a park, and it'll be a lot prettier. Even though it's not terrible right now. I really like these pieces. The street lamps, the bushes, the orange trees. It's all really nice and peaceful, and I think it's awesome. So we'll go ahead and work on that more off camera. For sure this time, I promise. Same thing here. It's pretty barren, but let's get right to the meat of the episode, which is developing... Whoops, sorry Baymax. Developing Tomorrowland. Baymax will... get up. He's very slow walking, however he can fly pretty quickly, so alright. So let's go ahead and kind of get that perspective again, just because I want to see how it's going to look when we're walking. So we're coming through the bridge. This is what we see, and so we want to set the theme. Well, we already have. Okay, it's pretty good. And I like how the outside kind of looks metallic and stuff like that. It kind of adds, you know, a level to this piece. Let's see. I would like to do that. Something like that, but then we'd need more kind of terrain going that way. That would be kind of cool though, and we could add some of the Tomorrowland decorations up here. Yeah, I think I like this. It's pretty cool. Let's see how it would look if we add another corner piece over here. Well, we would definitely need some space to walk through it. Right? Yeah, because that wouldn't really work. Oh, well, it naturally has some space. Okay, that could work. Let's see. I like that. I think that's kind of cool. And keep in mind, we're developing Tomorrowland, so everything's going to end up being kind of futuristic here. So let's add another piece here just to kind of close off that terrain. It's kind of uneven, but you know, we're not going to get in trouble for that. I just want to close that off. Okay, we might want to put a decoration here just because this little gap is bothering me, but but for now I like this as kind of an entryway to the world of tomorrow. And so this is where we'll kind of put, you know, buildings and characters and spaceships and all of that will make it what it is. Let's see what it is. See how this looks. And this is all trial and error. This is all just me experimenting with these terrain pieces. Okay, that could work. That could work. Add the bigger terrain, and I also want to put some pathways here too, so it's not just a bunch of green. I like the green, it's kind of cool and unique, and it adds to the kind of, I guess, futuristic feel, but I don't want it to only be the green. So we're gonna add some, you know, pathways and definitely buildings and make it so that it's not just a huge patch right there, I guess. And I think we can do without this, at least for right now. It doesn't really feel like it's adding a whole lot, but I like this kind of, I guess you could call it kind of atrium area here as kind of an entryway to Tomorrowland, the future, the land of tomorrow. And we'll probably want some kind of pieces right here to close it off so it's not just this big open area here. So we'll go ahead and experiment with that as well. So I want there to be kind of like a town center, which could be that piece right there. I don't know how large we want our Tomorrowland to be. I mean, currently, to be quite honest, our toy box is not very big. It's just a strip of Main Street and then a farm. That's not very much if you put it into that perspective. And so Tomorrowland has the potential to be the largest section of our toy box. And I think that's good for now. I don't think we need to add too much more beyond that. So let's go ahead and start building. Start adding buildings. Which will be things like this. Yeah, they're all very futuristic and they all look awesome. Also, some of the Star Wars buildings can be pretty awesome here as well. Stuff like in this group, the Coruscant building, the Nominasin, however you say that. Stuff like that can be, this looks very futuristic as well. Maybe not that, and not Tatooine, this is not a desert world, but things like, maybe stuff like that. Particularly these, yeah, these right here definitely look like they could fit with Tomorrowland. And I really like that, how we have these themes in the different worlds, how, you know, Star Wars is futuristic, so is Tomorrowland, so is Big Hero 6. I like how they all kind of come together. Oh, we could put like Epcot, that'd be kind of cool, the Spaceship Earth. This is like a really iconic Disney World monument, but why not put it here too, right? Space Mountain, this could be a cool one to add to our Tomorrowland area, definitely. Just getting some ideas here, just gauging some. Obviously, if you have any suggestions, you're more than welcome to offer them, and I'll definitely take them into consideration. That's about it for these pieces that look futuristic, I guess. But you know, the whole thing about trial and error. Okay then. So the centerpiece. Let's go to the plants. There was one particular piece that I wanted. I'm not sure if I set the theme just yet. I guess not. I guess these trees could serve, you know, to make sense here as well. I'm not sure if I will end up keeping them, but so it wasn't this one. Maybe it was that one, or that, or perhaps that, or even this, right? There's got to be an easier way to keep track of all of this, like I said, but we don't do things the easy way, do we? This one is awesome. I like this a lot. We'll probably be using these spires and these twisty plants to populate as decoration. So again, like I've always been saying, I'll probably be doing a lot of the decorating off screen. I want to focus on kind of the bigger building aspects. All right, this is a piece that I actually really like. And in addition to it, well, let's go ahead and theme this one to Tomorrowland as well. And we don't have to just use Tomorrowland themes. I really like the Asgard themes as well. They look like they could fit in the Tomorrowland area. Even the Tron pieces, some of them. So we're going to keep that in mind. All right, this big spire thing also looks useful. But I remembered what it was that I wanted to you know, use in the center of the Tomorrowland piece. And of course I'm lost again. I think it's in building group 2. Yes, it is. It was this spherical building. For some reason this is just, it's so unique that I think it's worthy of being like a centerpiece of this toy box. So where's the center? The true center should be around here somewhere. Seems about right. Something like that. It's hard to tell. It's definitely hard to tell. Do a little more that way. Okay, that seems like it's pretty centered, maybe a tiny bit more this way. Okay, we're gonna go with that. So that's gonna be the center, and we're gonna go ahead and decorate it around this. So this is kind of like the central building to the Tomorrowland area. What other buildings can we do? So for now, gonna go ahead and get rid of these. They're awesome, but that's all they are, is just decoration. This one's very cool too. I don't know, I need some kind of like road placement. So let's go ahead and try maybe a racetrack piece, some kind of road area. Is there a thin one? I'm not sure. Probably not, to be honest. Although that's not very thick, so this could work for sure. So let's kind of overlap it, I guess. Where's the curve? There's a curve. Oh, that's a ramp. Short racetrack curve. Yeah, that looks fine there, and it kind of matches up. So let's go ahead and try it like that. Want to make sure that they both align. Yes. Okay, that'll do. And I actually had an idea that seems really cool too, and that is just doing this, you know, since we're doing Tomorrowland, I thought, hey, it would be a cool idea if I just did all of the Disneyland kind of world or lands. We have Tomorrowland, there's Frontierland, Adventureland, Fantasyland, Toontown. So it might be a cool idea to do all of those, although I'm not sure we can fit every single one of those in this world. So we might have to, you know, add a couple Toybox stores, which I'm planning on doing anyways, but I thought that that would be a really cool thing to kind of do. All right, so let's go ahead and... Where is the Tomorrow? There's got to be a Tomorrowland one. If not, we'll find something that's close. Because I think for each power disc, you kind of unlock stuff that corresponds. Am I wrong? Let's see. There we go. All right, let's try it. Let's just see how it looks. So far, I am liking that. It's different than anything we've seen before as well, and it kind of centers this area so that it's kind of easier to develop kind of buildings and stuff along that road. So I definitely actually like that. So we're gonna keep it the way it is right now. I do reserve the right, I mean, this is my toy box, but I reserve the right to kind of maybe edit it, maybe expand it, maybe, you know, hone it in a little, but for right now I think that's kind of cool. So this could be like a corner building, maybe, perhaps. These are actually buildings, supposedly. Maybe we'll add some sidewalks too. This is a really, really tall building. Let's see proportionally how tall this is. Let's see if we can match it up with the road. And we can add sidewalks too, I suppose. I don't know if that will look... Yeah, this is kind of cool. I like this for sure, but I kind of want to move it back a little bit. So this could be kind of like the building in the foreground or something like that. And then maybe this can kind of go along with it in some way, maybe, perhaps. This kind of looks like a nice kind of outline. Oh, I like the waterfall for sure. And me being symmetrical, something about this is telling me I should put a waterfall building here as well. Should I do it like that? Let's see how cheesy that looks. That's not so bad. But we need some space over on the other side as well. So, let's see. Skyscraper top. Okay. So let's build a skyscraper. Build your own skyscraper. Oh, there's even park pieces. That's pretty cool. So we could build like some kind of park. All right, we're running out of time. So let's go ahead and try to add one here. Okay, this makes sense now. And then the top of the skyscraper. Go ahead and put it like that. Okay, let's take a look. Let's step back and take a look at this. Oh, it's a lot smaller than the big spire, so we're gonna have to definitely add around it. Maybe a Coruscant building will work there, but we don't have enough time, unfortunately. this is today's episode for you. I will continue decorating, and we'll add more buildings and more